The fall of hip-hop's perfect couple. Remy Ma and Papoose's explosive scandal. Grab a seat, because this story isn't just gossip, it's an earthquake in hip-hop culture. For years, Remy Ma and Papoose were seen as one of rap's strongest couples. They were the definition of loyalty. She stood by him, he stood by her, and together they built an image that made fans believe in real love, in an industry often filled with short-lived relationships. But now, that picture has cracked wide open. Recently, Remy Ma shocked fans by exposing her husband Papoose with accusations so unexpected, people thought it sounded more like the script of a TV drama than real life. According to Remy, her husband wasn't just hiding little secrets. He was allegedly living a double life. Not with another woman, but with men, throughout their marriage. Yes, you read that right. The same man who once carried the banner of loyalty and family is now being accused of sneaking out at night, not for studio sessions, but for secret relationships with men. The revelation didn't just stun fans. It flipped the entire narrative of hip-hop's Bonnie and Clyde couple upside down. A relationship that looked untouchable. To really understand why this scandal feels like such a betrayal, we have to go back. Remy Ma and Papoose weren't just husband and wife. They were marketed as symbols of strength and dedication. When Remy served prison time, Papoose stood by her side, visiting, writing love letters, and promising to wait. While other rappers flexed jewelry and fame, Papoose built his image around loyalty and real man values. People clowned him at times, but Remy defended him fiercely. She called him her protector, her king, and crowned him as the realest man in her life. That's why her confession feels like such a cultural betrayal. If the man everyone praised as the definition of faithfulness was living a hidden life, then what does that say about love, loyalty, and authenticity in hip-hop? The rumors that never died. Interestingly, whispers about Papoose didn't start in 2023. If you rewind the clock, there were small oddities and rumors years before. In 2015, during an interview, Papoose made a comment about men needing side passions. At the time, it didn't raise red flags. But when old fans revisited the clip after the scandal broke, they began to wonder if side passion was a slip of the tongue. Then in 2022, suspicions deepened. Screenshots began to circulate online of direct messages between a man named Marcus, a personal trainer, and Papoose. Allegedly, Marcus wasn't just helping with workouts. He traveled with Papoose, stayed in the same hotel suites, and even attended fashion events overseas. Fans pointed out that it was Remy who often paid for those trips. For Remy, the signs started to add up. According to leaked messages, she noticed he was distant at home, less affectionate, and glued to his phone late at night. The phone was always on Do Not Disturb, yet notifications from suspicious names still came in, contacts like Stylist Kev or MyGFX, who FaceTimes their graphic designer at 3 in the morning. The night everything cracked. The real breaking point reportedly happened at the BET Awards in 2023. Fans noticed Remy Ma arrived alone, without Papoose by her side. She looked flawless but carried the aura of someone who was done pretending. Behind the scenes, insiders whispered that Papoose had canceled last minute, claiming he had family matters. But the internet noticed the absence. Around the same time, Easy the Block Captain, the rapper rumored to have been romantically linked to Remy, posted a cryptic Instagram story. It showed a paused video frame of a man's hand resting on another man's thigh. No names, no captions, but fans swore the tattoos matched Papoose's. That post turned speculation into a wildfire. Suddenly, what had been private doubts became public accusations. The internet goes full detective. Once Remy's alleged voice notes leaked, where she said she felt like she was sleeping next to a stranger. Fans went into investigation mode. Social media turned into a crime scene lab. People dug up travel records, zoomed in on photos, and cross-referenced details. One discovery that went viral. Papoose was allegedly attending exclusive retreats in Atlanta hosted by a private group called Gentle Kings, known for being safe spaces for queer men of color. Witnesses claimed they saw him enter with one man and leave with another, identified only as Ray. Online sleuths later found old Instagram comments from this same Ray on Papoose's posts, filled with subtle hearts and cryptic support messages. The story grew darker when Remy herself addressed it publicly. during an Instagram live session that drew over 500,000 viewers. She said she wasn't angry about her husband's sexuality. She was angry about the years of lies. She admitted she sacrificed opportunities and endured judgment in the name of loyalty, only to discover he wasn't honest with her, or himself. The binder of receipts. Here's where things take an even wilder turn. According to insiders, Remy had been quietly collecting evidence for months. She allegedly kept a color-coded binder filled with receipts, hotel records, flight logs, text screenshots, and even hidden camera footage. One source claimed she had installed a discreet camera in their closet after noticing an unfamiliar cologne. The footage reportedly showed Papoose and another man together, laughing, whispering, and even trying on silk underwear while joking about whether Remy would approve. Even more explosive, an anonymous man calling himself D came forward through a gossip blog. He claimed he had been romantically involved with Papoose for over a decade, beginning in 2012. According to him, their relationship continued even while Remy was incarcerated. He described Papoose as a man torn between public loyalty and private desires. The blog verified details like hotel bookings and photos with timestamps. Suddenly, this wasn't just hearsay. It looked like proof. Fans react with shock and fury. The public's reaction has been a mix of disbelief, anger, and mockery. On Twitter, one person wrote, "Papoose dragged easy over rumors, but he was living in rainbow silk all along." Others turned his old songs into memes, reworking his lyrics into references about secret double lives. Instagram comments on his posts were so brutal that he eventually turned them off completely. Meanwhile, Remy's supporters applauded her courage. Many argued that she didn't just expose a personal betrayal. She ripped open a conversation about truth, image, and hidden lives in hip-hop culture. Damage control that didn't work. As the scandal grew, rapper Fat Joe tried to step in. He went live on Instagram to defend Papoose, insisting he had never seen anything questionable and calling him a real one. But fans weren't convinced. One commenter summed it up. "Joe, this isn't 2005. You can't mixtape spin your way out of this." The silence from Papoose himself has only made things worse. No statements, no denials, no explanations. And in today's world, silence often feels like guilt. The bigger bombshells. Just when people thought it couldn't get messier, Remy hinted that the alleged boyfriend wasn't the only secret. During her livestream, she ended with a chilling line. "You think the boyfriend was the only secret? Baby, he wasn't even the worst one." That cliffhanger left fans speculating wildly. What else could she mean? Financial betrayal? More hidden relationships? Something darker? The fall of hip-hop's perfect couple. Remy Ma versus Papoose. For years, fans looked at Remy Ma and Papoose as the definition of real love. They were the couple who held each other down through prison time, career struggles, and the harsh spotlight of the music industry. People used to say, if Remy and Papoose can survive, maybe love is real after all. But now, that entire fairy tale has come crashing down, and not just in whispers, but in explosions of scandal, betrayal, and receipts that nobody saw coming. It started with one shocking reveal. Remy decided she had been silent long enough. She took control of her story, and once she spoke, the floodgates burst open. Divorce papers weren't even the biggest headline anymore. What followed were whispers of lawsuits, talk of frozen bank accounts, rumors of defamation claims, and even hints of possible criminal charges tied to financial misconduct. Why criminal charges?